Greatest ever. D.I.
A 6-point game for Kobe Bryant. The Lakers are going to win. What a performance. What an action for number 24. You couldn't have written this.
You know what game winner with that was?
Yeah.
Utah. It was the final
game he played. Wasn't this in better terms though?
for sure.
What's going on, y'all? Y'all know what it is. Episode 18.
Episode 18.
Sweeterman Podcast. It's your boy T coming live and direct at y'all. To my right, I got my man Will,
aka Mr. Potter.
To my next right, I got
to my right.
Hey, what up? It's your boy Nick, aka the Anti-Hero, aka Tokyo Tower.
There we go.
Tower on the boards, behind the scenes. Who we got?
Oh, I'm Slade.
AKA the Preacher.
AKA the Preacher.
Because he's
Yeah,
a god at missionary.
AKA Missionary Man.
Y'all make up nicknames. I'm cool with that.
And then on the camera, we got the one and only.
JoJo.
We got
JoJo.
JoJo, AKA J Square, AKA the Intern.
For life.
For life. So yeah, man. What we talk about today, man? Kick us off.
Well, I think we all kind of know what the story may be about this episode. So it's kind of one of those topics. There's really no easy way to kind of get into it. So,
Sure.
We all heard the news about the passing of Kobe and Johnny Bryant, as long as the 7 other victims in a helicopter crash.
Yeah, just talk them off. Top them off real quickly. Let's go do by the first names. Rest in peace to everybody on the plane. John, Carrie, Alyssa, Peyton, Sarah, Christina, and Ara. They're also on the plane with Kobe and Gianna.
So yeah, rest in peace to them. Real sad topic,
Yeah.
Trying to think back to that day. I don't know about y'all, but like, where were y'all when y'all heard the news? Like, how did y'all find out?
For me, it was actually, I was having a good weekend. It was a good Sunday. I was ready. I actually had a basketball game. That's my game. I play in a league, adult league, and I was just getting some rest. Took a nap. Woke up. My phone had like over 30-40 messages. I just thought the group chat was going off the hook.
Yeah.
But as I grabbed my phone, someone had just texted me that second saying, Kobe Bryant had passed. Immediately denied it.
Right.
Why are people trolling?
Couldn't be true, right?
It's tired of this. And then, so I just swiped it away, looked at my group chat, saw that, went straight to the internet, looked, and it took a minute. It took a minute to really just trying to soak that in.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, still kind of surreal, to this day as time, a couple of days passed. But how I found out was I was like sleeping or whatever, and then I just see my phone is ringing off and stuff. I thought it was like some like group message or whatever, but it was actually individual people just hitting me up. So even like my mom hit me up about it. My grandma actually hit me up about it.
Yeah.
And she called me and she was like, "Hey, did you know like Kobe Bryant passed?" I was like, "Dang, like it's real," because like even my grandma was like knows about him and how like she means to like the game and stuff. So it was like hearing like that kind of information from my family, like it was a lot to take in at first. So I was like, "Dang, like we were all like get like different age groups and everything." From me to my grandma,
I feel I had the same thing. I had family, grandparents reach out to me, and like Canada, Jamaica, hit me like that's how you know.
Yeah,
it's for real. I think how I found out, someone hit me. They said I hear about Kobe passing. I probably sound like shit for saying this, but I was like, Kobe, like what Kobe's doing now? I was like, can't be Kobe Bryant. I was like, Will, don't you got a Kobe? Isn't your dog named Kobe?
Yeah, my dog's name is
I
Kobe.
thought it was his dog, and I was like, oh man, like,
Yeah,
I was about to say I'm sorry, bro.
Yeah,
But,
definitely. He did his time as well.
But yeah, but I saw got the link on TMZ. I didn't want to believe it at first, but seeing it all on the TL, see what's going on, and I confirmed it. So
yeah. I mean, I think it was just scary because it's just like in the beginning, there's a lot of unknown. There's a lot of misinformation.
Very sudden.
Like right off rip, one of the first things I heard was Rick Fox was like on.
Oh, that's right.
Was
yeah.
on the helicopter,
Mm-hmm.
and like for me, like I love Rick Fox, and like I mean, just you being like a longtime Lakers fan, like I'm sure you know a lot about Rick Fox. So like for me, like it immediately like kind of clutched me. I was just like, hopefully, just his family's not on there. Like why was he on that plane?
Mm-hmm.
And then when the minute they said it was like to go to like a basketball tournament, and then at that minute, like I was like, shit, like Gigi's on there,
Yeah.
And when that news came out, it just like kind of fucked me up a little bit.
Yeah, it hits a lot differently because like this is like really layered. Like not only that, the Bryant family is involved. Whether it's like a sister and a father, and it's also like other families. Like I think there was like a whole entire family that was
there was
like a mother, a father, and a
daughter.
sister. And then now like there's like two kids just like without
one of them was the assistant coach, and then her daughter played on the team. And then I think some other teammates were on there as well. And their parents. So like that was just kind of tragic in itself.
Yeah, it's just really layered. I mean, it's a very layered like situation, and it's very surreal. It's not like it's not like a death that like like oh we seen it coming, kind of like some like other deaths like they're like kind of like abusing something or things like that. But it was actually so sudden, and like it could happen to like anybody. Just
LeBron just passed his record, and he tweeted him like 16 hours before.
Bro, yeah, that's
like,
the crazy part.
It,
that's like so crazy. Like,
I think that's what kind of makes me feel like as just regular people, sometimes we put certain people into these like invincible states. Like I always think like nothing can happen to Kobe. Like nothing. He's like one of those people like. He's gonna grow old. He's gonna be one of those people that talks about like the game. Yeah, like he's gonna be like one of those people. Like I was like waiting for him to start creating content and like talking about like because like I don't know if you guys ever seen the one where he did the when the Lakers played the Spurs. I don't know if it was a playoff game or if it was a regular season game, and he like broke down each play, like those kind of things. Like I just expected more of that from him coming, and I was just so excited to see like the stuff he was gonna do off the court now.
For real, like,
so
like a Tony Romo, like for like NFL.
But seriously, like the way he broke down the game to me was just so amazing that like I was looking forward to that part of his life. Like every interview he would do, like I was always on it, and like I had to hear it, because he had that insight.
But I think that's why part of us, he's so beloved. I mean, we all played the game growing up. I know for me, he was the reason why I started picking up a basketball. I wore number 8 all the time in my rec league, and it's kind of surreal when you figure out like your hero is gone, because you, like you say, you kind of think of him like, man, nothing can happen to this dude, man. He tore his Achilles, knocked down a free throw, 60 points in his last game. Man, he could do anything, but it kind of goes to show that we're all human at the end of the day, and no matter what, every time we leave our house, it's kind of like. We gotta
never know if you come back.
Definitely made me feel like there's things that like with your friends or family, like you don't want to leave things unsaid, right? Because something that's sudden like that, like you never know, right? So you never know. So like I've just kind of like just this alone made me more conscious to be like, all right, I'm always kind of in my own world, so like I need to sometimes kind of break out of that, hang out with my friends sometimes, like really ask people how they're doing and let them kind of know how I feel about them and stuff. You know what I mean? Because sometimes it's assumed, but sometimes you want to be like let it out there.
Give them some gratification and like let them know that I mean, it shouldn't be said, but you want to tell them like, hey, this is what I appreciate about you. These are things I like about you, and instead of being assumed, you should like just say it.
Exactly.
But I mean. I like for me personally, like he was like I got to like hands down one of the greatest players I've ever seen. Wasn't like particularly my favorite, but what he got, for me personally, I actually we need people like him. We need someone like Kobe, like to like literally just take generations to come, like from like his generation, ours, and then the ones even below us. Like you can see all the impact that he's already done for the game. And like I ain't gonna lie, like I like him a lot because like he like pushed my favorite players. Like he pushed Dwayne Wade, he pushed like Paul George, he pushed those people like to be where they're at today, like their legacy, and like if it wasn't for Kobe, like I don't think like there would be like Dwayne Wade's. I wouldn't think there would be like Paul George's or Devin Booker's in this world. Like you know, it speaks volumes of like what he had at, you know, his class or like his group of people that came in, like the 03 class. Like Kobe like just like pushed and pushed and pushed these guys.
Yeah.
So like they needed that push from him to be the greatest. You know what I mean?
I agree.
Like they all weren't playing against each other, playing against him, because he was the greatest.
Yeah,
like,
they want to be like him.
They want to be like
exactly.
him, and I respect it. I like what he did for them, because like he birthed my favorite players.
I agree. I mean, for us, I mean, just because of like based on our age and stuff, like we didn't grow up to like a Michael Jordan. You know what I mean? So like for us, I'm not as, you know, we didn't watch him on TV, but Kobe was someone that we watched from the very beginning of his career, all the way, you know, over 20 years. You know what I'm saying? Like watching a player like that, for me personally, like really impacted me. Like for me, I'd say Kobe's one of my top players, at least top 5. But in high school, what I used to do before every basketball game is I used to watch Kobe Bryant highlights to get me pumped, and like Gilbert Arenas. Like those were the 2 players that I would watch their highlights before the games to get me motivationally pumped. And even just throughout my time, like I would try to work on like, you know, like working on the elbow or like his fadeaway. Like those are things that I found in him, and also I liked with him was just because he kind of reminded me of me in parts of, he didn't necessarily try to be buddy with everybody in the NBA. You know, it was about, you know, kill, conquer, like that Mamba mentality. And then he just, that true definition of sacrifice. And like he was the hardest working NBA player ever. You know what I mean? So like those kind of work, like he was willing to sacrifice like friendships and sacrifice family time to make it to that level.
Yeah.
You know, so.
I think I read something like, just like going past the past few days, that there was like 1 year, I think it was like his 09 year or 08 year or something like that, and there was like a rookie that was kind of like a no name that was like, you know, whatever, and then like he like Kobe, like it was like he was like trying to like prove himself, like the rookie, so he was like going in there trying to get shots. So we saw Kobe there first. He was by himself, just like working on his game, and then the guy, he did his workout, whatever, he did his like run, and then like after he was leaving, Kobe was still there.
Yeah,
like, he was still working before he was the rookie was on the court, and after the rookie was leaving, and then he put him to the side. He was like, "Yo, man, like, why are you working so hard?" He's like, "I gotta show you like how it is, how the grind is, you know.
All right,
I gotta show you. I gotta instill in you like this is how you gotta work, man."
Yeah.
That hard work, discipline. Yeah, I think we could apply that Mamba mentality to like anything you're doing. Like you don't have to play basketball to have that mindset.
Right.
I could go to my job, I have that Mamba mentality. Like, yo, I'm gonna conquer today. I'm gonna put this work in, even if it's outside my job. Like, yo, I'm gonna be better on myself and make myself better in some type of way. It don't matter if you're a painter. Every stroke, like, hey, I'm Mamba mentality. I'm gonna get this stroke right. If I'm a janitor, I'm gonna sweep the shelf the best.
Yeah, like it's gonna be the cleanest office.
The cleanest office
wherever you're cleaning, like it's gonna be the best of the best.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's what we could take away. That's what one of my takeaways. And then just another is just kind of how it goes back to his work, but just how he reinvented himself. You know, early in the league, he was known for, he couldn't really shoot the ball that well. You know, he was really just a driver, relying on Shaq, but reinvented himself, could extend with the jumper, mid-range, even change his number.
Yeah.
And then to even after he retired, he was in that business mindset. Man, won an Oscar. Like,
that was
like people like sleep on that, how he just reinvented himself in more than just an athlete. You know. So that's kind of one thing I like. No matter what you do, you kind of just always got to push yourself, reinvent yourself.
And try everything you do. You know.
But I think just the idea with Kobe was just that his like being prepared for anything. So like Kobe, obviously he's right-handed, but he would spend hours and hours in the gym shooting with his left. To maybe in a few games he's knocked down a few clutch shots with his left hand, and these were moments that he even says like I spent hours on, because you never know, like I may never use this move, but when the time is right in a game, I've at least have like some kind of comfortability with it, like that kind of mentality to always be prepared for everything that you do, and like equip yourself with so many different things is like something I admire in him. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, just imagine like if we put that same work ethic into, you know, what we kind of want to do, like,
right,
you know. So it kind of just like, man, like blows your mind.
Yeah. But it's about passion. He says like whatever you're passionate about, you have to go for it. And like that's what he was. He was passionate about basketball. He really loved the game. Like he had no shame. He would talk to anybody about taking anything, bits and pieces from them, so to develop his game further, you know, like you have to admire that. But like now with just how it, like with him passing, like how it affected me, I think just hearing that news and like at first, you know, obviously there's denial. I didn't believe that, but you know, I'm not gonna lie, like, you know, I kind of broke down a little bit. I don't know if you guys saw the interview where this, I think it's like a news anchor, sports anchor, is this female.
ESPN?
It was on ESPN.
Oh, yeah,
She was like pregnant when she met him, and like they talked about the
gender of the baby.
Yeah, so like I guess like Kobe was in the news area, and she saw him. Oh my God! And she was pregnant at the time, and he like talked to her, and like she was like, yeah, I'm having a daughter, and like, you know, I see you have like a few daughters. I'm sure you want a son. And he even said like, no, like I love my daughters, like they're the best. And then he just talks about like, you know, with Gigi, like, you know, how like he just loves her because like, you know, she kind of like trying to carry his legacy. You know what I mean?
Word.
So like I think just that alone like broke me down, and I think I just thought about like it just impacted me. Like it wasn't just about basketball. Like it was just like how like I had to think about like, you know, his wife and like
person,
his
man. Family.
his like
family,
wife, and then
man.
like his other daughters, like losing not only your father but your sister, and like or even like his wife like losing, you know, his daughter and her husband. Like how like that like that's just, I just haven't, you know, it fucked me up, you know. I couldn't really sleep, and like it's just hard to like kind of feel like I feel for her like so much. You know what I mean?
Sorry, yeah, Vanessa, man. I don't think she needs to say anything, man. Honestly,
I
like,
agree.
you know,
Yeah,
Probably not.
what she's going through right now, none of us
It's
can
just
like
the gravity of it is probably
exactly.
insane.
Nobody can even measure up to what
Can
that
measure up
feels.
that feeling of like everybody like just pouring love and affection and like condolences and memories, and like she's just like taking it all in. I don't know if she's probably on, you know, social media right now or not, but like just like seeing that is like, God, man, like imagine.
yeah. I think
like,
they like she doesn't need to. I don't think she needs to talk about it. I don't think she needs to do a press. I think they like leave her alone, man. Give her a year. Let her take as much time as she needs to like address this, because I feel like for her just like losing that much is just it's a lot to you know take on.
I give a lot of respect to Kobe again for his fatherhood, because like, you know, like you always want like to like influence like your kids to like want to kind of like get into sports. If you're like a sports guy, like you want them to go sport. But like he was saying like his first daughter was like, I'm cool, it ain't for me. And he's like, all right, well, just excel in whatever you want to do. That's fine.
She's actually a killer at volleyball.
Yeah, or something like that, like something like volleyball type shit, right?
Yeah.
And like then like the Gigi, she was like more of like, yo, I actually want to hoop. Like I'm trying to hoop. I'm trying to study the game. And like it's pretty cool how like she was like you know, still like hooping, and then also like being like a girl and like hooping, and like she has like her heels on, and like that picture's kind of dope. I was like, wow, she's like putting like two and together. Like you could be elegant in the game and shit. That was pretty cool, you know, seeing that. And then also the sad part is like he just had like a kid, like another baby recently. Like it was like less than a year old. So that's another thing, like that baby's gonna grow up not really knowing her father. Like just gonna have like just the memories of him, like all the videos and everything, but she'll never like meet him. Right. That's really, really sad. So
yeah, it's difficult. I don't really see myself as a person that likes to mourn or even affected by deaths. You know, I've been very fortunate, you know, to not have to go through like experiences like that. But man, I was kind of surprised how much it impacted me, because I didn't believe it at first, but then when I was watching the news and I just kept seeing highlights and then people talking about it, I was like, man, it really broke down. So it's kind of tough to mourn as like, you know, a guy. I don't really know how we deal with it in a way.
I think just since it's not really like I know like when people like I know when like Prince died, like a lot of people like not our generation, would be like the generation up, like really took it to heart.
The Prince.
And I never like understood. I was like, well, he's just a celebrity, like he's just a singer, like I never understood until
like the Civics of Purple Rain.
Yeah, like I just did. To me, it was I just didn't know like why, like, you know, even like when Michael Jackson passed, like it wasn't. Yeah,
it was kind of.
You know, it was like, all right, like there was
no.
We
were like probably too young to like really.
Yeah, like we didn't grow up with like, but like with Kobe, it wasn't just what he showed us like on the court as a basketball fan, but like the principles of like, you know, like the hard work and the sacrifice, and like if you really want it, you gotta work for it.
Yeah.
So like that's how I kind of looked at it. So for me, it hit, and I feel like. Not all girls, because I know there's a lot of, you know, females that do like, you know, basketball fans, or even just guys that don't watch sports. Like, kind of like, what's the big deal? He's just a celebrity. You don't really know. Like, to not see why we're bummed out, I just feel like it's, I understand now, like, because it's affected me, and I thought it was just me. Maybe it's just me, like, in my own world, but I haven't been able to sleep. So me and Will actually went to go we went to go play basketball like 9 o'clock at night, and we went to the gym and it was packed. Like, it was packed. And
Mamba mentality, everybody.
Yeah, and then like there was people that were playing that had like Kobe jerseys and stuff, wearing Kobe shoes, like myself, and I mean, it was cool, Like it usually wasn't packed. Like at
it's
9,
usually just empty. We're just gonna put up some shots. And
it was like
it was
full
like
court
packed
game.
in there. And I think everybody's just kind of like just to honor him. And I didn't know this until as of recent. But I guess there was like a thing where everyone said like go hoop for Kobe kind of thing. So like I think I don't know if that was it or
maybe.
I just think as guys just naturally we're just like, you know what, like we just got to go out there and play like to honor him.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, but I mean, I just think not just that, but his impact for me, like, it wasn't just as a basketball player, like, just outside of the court, he just did so much, you know what I mean? So, I don't know, like, for you guys, if you guys kind of saw that, like, with him, like, how he did off the court.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, I think the thing that kind of inspired me was that, he retired, like, kind of gracefully, and, the farewell tour, and kind of like, recognizing greatness is what it is and kind of like honoring it. And from there, building like, just building a brand, like just building like just a brand of like, that people could just like go behind and just like, go for. And I don't know, just like, I want to see how they're going to like take that legacy and see how they're going to push it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Cause what he left behind is a lot. So like, I want to see like his like dream, like, still like go, and like I want to see his brand still like arise, and I just really want to see how it's going to be like affecting like
I
us.
think just him, like, he left on his terms. He left on his terms, and like for me, like, Kobe always understood priority. So for him to, I'm done. Now it's time for me. All the sacrifice I did being away from my family, let me focus on my family. And he really just focused on his family. And that's what crushes me the most. It's like he just retired, and he didn't get to do everything he wanted to do and watch his daughter like grow and like,
grow older,
and like, you know what I mean, and be that dad now. Not just the NBA player, but that dad for them. So that kind of sucks.
It's true. I think honestly, like, his greatest gift, what he gave to us, was just inspiration. Like, that was most important. Like, what he did. Yeah, he made a lot of money in his career. He had a lot of, great moments, and his family would be set. But honestly, the inspiration that he provided all of us, I think that's going to live forever. I mean, people are going to talk about his name forever, way longer than what the money was going to do. So you kind of see the impact now, like players that probably barely knew him, probably only spoke to him briefly in passing.
Probably.
But just that impact and how they're talking about him, it's just like
very highly.
They meant to work. Sure. Meant to work to him. So.
Yeah, I like what the NBA is doing like right now currently, like giving everybody like that time, like the 8-second violation, 24-second shot clock, and like get at least like in the warm ups, like at least wearing the number 8 or the number 24. Like then the Pistons do that, like the whole team wore like either 8 or 24.
Yeah. Pistons,
that was
Milwaukee.
cool. And then Trae Young, kind of like did his homage to like he like changed his number to 8.
And a lot of players actually doing the opposite, where they're changing their numbers.
They change numbers to something different,
to something else,
like Spencer, Dinwiddie.
Yeah,
that's pretty dope too. So I like where that's moving. I like where that's coming from.
Do you guys think, like, I know there's a lot of talks about the NBA logo and them changing it to Kobe. Do you guys agree? Do you guys just think it's a little too soon to talk about?
I mean, I think it does need to change.
Yeah.
But I mean, apparently the logo, the NBA, they don't even acknowledge it's Jerry West. Like they just like stole the picture.
Oh,
you know? So I mean, I guess it's kind of too soon, but NBA does need to revamp.
I think so too.
There's probably gonna be a push to revamp. They see the like the culture. It shows what the culture wants.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the NBA is pretty good at like abiding to like what the culture is, and they kind of like evolve with the time. So I feel like this is going to be like, we probably won't see it now, but we'll see it like very soon that we were going to see it. We'll see it probably a big change and a big push, and like maybe possibly changing it, and then maybe adding rules, or maybe putting something down, or maybe retiring a number throughout the whole board, through every single like team. Well, we're going to see it in our lifetime. So, I mean, that's how it affects us. That's how we get from it. This is how our impact comes from. But you know, coming from like, you know, raw emotions and people cope very differently in society, that there's a lot of like ill like jokes and like just like really bad mannerisms coming from like people who like just passed and stuff, and in the global scale. And I don't know, it's just like it hurts me as a human to like see some of these things that a lot of people are talking about. Like there was like a really ill joke I saw on Facebook about like someone said like you know, for as much money Kobe makes, like you couldn't get a parachute. I was like, really, bro? Like this is what we're doing? And I don't know, it's just like it really rubbed me the wrong way. And I don't really get on Facebook a lot, and I don't really like say anything on Facebook a lot. But that I got triggered. I was like, yo, man, like, you know, you like people like you, like, you know, really put a bad, you know, name and bad rep for people. Like, you know, you gotta respect, you know, regardless of who it is. Like I respect every walk of life. You know, everybody has a life to live, one life and one life only, and I respect all that. But like, you can't say things so ill will and like just like dark humor, like this dark humor spewing thing. Like it's just too soon.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't like that.
Especially since it's only been a couple of days. Like, you know, I've seen people write, you know, like disrespectful things, and it's just my mindset is it's not even just about, you know, Kobe, just personally Kobe Bryant, but the fact that a person has passed, and you're like honing in on other aspects and like trying to pick a person apart or make fun of them and like just for attention. Like
it's crazy.
Like I just don't understand as a person, like where's the empathy, like where's the consideration for his family, you know? Like, and I've seen a lot of those kind of things where it's like you're trying to hit on that trend that it's like you're not being a person.
They want to be talk about the spicy topic, you know, get all the attention. I agree with you, man, and it's corny. So
Exactly.
they can't really just. It's a person at the end of the day. I mean, we all make mistakes. I mean, that moment, whatever he may have did, you know, that doesn't define him. Definitely.
Agreed.
No,
So.
yeah. It's just, I don't know. I feel like as a society, we need to like really like work on like this trolling shit. Like, troll is cool, but like, you know, there's always a time and place, man. Like, you know, I mean, yeah, Kobe, you know, we made fun of him back in the day. Like, remember he had like the all white on and like the clean cut, and like, remember that picture? He had like the all white.
Yeah,
We're like, yo, like what's he dressing like, Young Thug? Like, no.
No, I don't remember that.
No.
I think I know what you mean. Be talking about. I gotta see it.
Yeah, that's see the pic.
It was funny, but like, you know, like little like harmless jokes.
Yeah, that's different. Man.
Yeah, but I'm saying like, but like, you know, things that just happened, like just what I just said about that, you know, the parachute joint. Like, you know, I feel like that those type of trolling, whether they want to do it at attention or not, like, yo, I gotta stop that corny stuff, like this nonsense, like, and people just hiding behind the screens when they say it. I'm pretty sure, like, if you pull up on them and you say like, yo, like, respect the man, they go like, yo, I do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Instead of like, hiding, you know, like, oh yeah, tough guy, you know, all that bull. You know what I mean?
That's how it is now in this society. I feel like we've become so numb to like
To death,
and,
because
like,
death's every day.
every day you're
minute.
scrolling through your timeline, you're
Someone's
looking,
died.
someone's died or something's passed, and then if it's not personal to you, then you don't give a shit and you just keep going. And I think my thing is like, there's a lot of, maybe someone passes and I may not care for them. I just keep my mouth shut because it has nothing to do with me. If they're grieving, you'll let them grieve. That's how they want to do it. You know, like just anybody. You know, anybody in general. Like I'm not gonna say no names, but there are people that have passed. I'm just like, I don't really give a shit. But like, I'm not the one to like
to tell you
I don't
give a shit.
That I don't care. Like if you don't care, just keep your mouth shut and keep it pushing. You know, and I think that's just like kind of the difference of like how our humanity's become.
I agree.
You know?
Yeah, if everyone, you know, they just want to, you know, whatever they want to think about the second they want to say it, the very next second.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Like, you know, I mean, yeah. There's like, you know, people were saying like, oh, what about the troops? And what about Afghanistan? What about I was like, yeah, those lives matter just as much as well, but. You know, we're talking about somebody like who impacted in generations, like the mentality of,
and it's not even like it was just like something that
it wasn't. It wasn't trivial basketball. It was just like overall,
and it was just the how tragic it was. Like I mean, he was with his daughter. You know, like these are the things that people don't understand. Like there's like his family's like
it's layered. It's a layered death.
His other daughter is old enough to be on the web to see these things. Like there's like, you know what I mean? There's just
this is very layered.
Yeah. Agree.
Yeah, man. I mean, you know, get a little lighter subject on the matter. You know, what you guys have any like highlight? Like, what's your favorite like Kobe moment?
My favorite Kobe moment. All right, so I had to think about this because I got a lot. 'Cause I love Kobe because he just doesn't give a shit. And my favorite thing's not even what he's done in a game, even though he's probably one of the most clutch players in basketball history. But for me, my favorite part was when he was in practice, and he practiced when he was on the Lakers. He practiced, and they just had a shit practice.
Oh man! Yeah.
And it was like him and I think Nick Young, and they were just going off on everybody, saying how shit everyone is and how trash they are. God, I've watched that video clip a million times because I just thought how real it was to just show up to practice, shit on everybody, and be like, "Oh, y'all suck." I'm like, I'm wasting my time working out with y'all, and he just left. I thought it was the dopest thing.
Yeah. That was definitely a shit moment.
Yeah. That's what's dope about Kobe, man. Like, he was the greatest, and if he said that to you, you kind of like, oh, damn, I guess I should. Like, he could say he could say whatever he wants because that's Kobe.
Yeah.
I think there was a story of him and like Lou Williams and Nick Young. They had a game. They got thrown out the gym, and they had Kobe's on. And he was like, "Yo, give me them shits. Y'all don't deserve to be wearing my shoes right now." And he just walked out, and I was like, "Damn, bro, like, you just take his shoes just like that." I mean, hey, that's Kobe. That's what he did. That's what he does.
Yeah.
So
I have one. It's actually it was an in-game one. I think there's a clip, and I think Dwayne Wade talked about it himself, but he was saying there was a moment that like it was like neck and neck, and Kobe did like literally like a 0.5 second like jumper over Dwayne Wade, and then Dwayne Wade was like so upset because like he was like, "Yo, I gave him my 100%," and then like later Kobe pulled him to the side, like they were talking about it after, and there he was like, "Yo, you know how like dig like really deep inside like 110% to pull that one off, like that was probably one of the tougher shots I ever had to make over you like ever." He's like, "Yo, man, like," he's like, "Cause like you pushing me to do more," and then like Dwayne was like, "Bro, you push me all the time," like, so it was like one of those like there's like one of those respect things. He's like, "Yo, like respect."
Oh, you have a good
respect.
day. No, I want you to have a good day.
Yeah, exactly. I want you to have a good day.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it was like one of those things. I was like, wow, it's kind of cool how like that, like they look like they want to kill each other on the court, but like at the end it was like, "Yo, man, like you dig something out of me that I had to do that." He's like, "Yo, you did the same thing with me."
But you need that, and like that's why like with you guys, like I always wanted to constantly like push you guys so you guys can push me so we can all continue to grow. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's like it's like a mutual respect. It's like a brotherhood. Like the NBA is like that, where you want to work and like if I'm competing with you on whatever spectrum, that's how we all grow and like take our games to that next level.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, Kobe honestly made me believe that he jumped over a car.
Oh,
He jumped over the pool full of piranhas or whatever.
He put on the 08 joints.
Yeah, I thought that was real, bro. Back in the day,
like this guy's so real.
Crazy, man.
Did he though? I don't know if he probably did it, right?
I think so. I don't know. To this day, it hasn't been proven.
Exactly, it hasn't been proven.
I don't know.
It hasn't been proven, but we can't say that didn't happen.
It didn't happen because it's on YouTube. So
it's definitely on YouTube.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. What about you, Slade? You got a moment in time that you're like Kobe?
Well, no, I don't think I really followed Kobe very much.
I'm just gonna edit that out, guys.
Nah.
I just enjoyed playing basketball. I mean, I really did my own thing. But yeah, it's a tragedy. But I mean,
I remember like one time like high school, like we used to play an Oakshead. And you we used to yell at Kobe a lot.
Yeah, because like shoot the ball really high. And
you shoot the ball so high, it was like call him Satellite Slade.
But I think it was because I'd get the ball in the paint and then fadeaway shot from the free throw line.
Got you.
You yell Kobe, bro.
But I didn't yell Kobe. Or Steve, you wouldn't yell Kobe or something like that.
I think we all did.
Yeah, everybody.
We all did.
But yeah, that makes it more difficult when my nickname was Kobe in high school. It's weird.
Yeah. That is kind of what I was saying.
Slade, we did call him Kobe in high school, but I think it was more for it to be ironic.
No, it was ironic ways.
Yeah, and I went along, and it was funny. It was good.
Yeah, Kobe, dog.
Stop.
That was dope. But no, I mean, like, even like now, I mean, I think I saw like a clip of like, we were all young and had a trash can. And roll that paper ball, whether it was a bad test, whether you got an F or incomplete, you used to roll that joint up Play that shit, Kobe.
But I mean, it wasn't even. But like for me, it wasn't even that. Like just playing ball, like real ball. Like when you knew you about to hit that shot over somebody, you just be like Kobe. You know? What I mean? It was just,
definitely.
It was just like it was just kind of like that verbiage of using that. I remember one time we were playing at in Ballantrae. And like I think you shot the ball and you said Kobe, and some guy got mad at you and was like, "No, you don't say Kobe, you say your own name." Like,
oh yeah.
Really?
Some own name.
Some guy, and the whole time I was looking at him, I was like, "No, just say Kobe."
Just say Kobe.
Just
say Kobe, man.
Say your own.
It's Kobe,
Nah,
bro.
because he's built a legacy.
Yeah, I know what I did, but that was Kobe, bro.
I know what I did.
I know what I did, but that's called Kobe, bro.
Yeah, nah. Especially those times, like when we were playing high school basketball. I would go like by myself and I'll just like pretend like I'm in like a 1-point deficit, 5 seconds left on the clock. That shit, like I was there for like an hour, just in my head, like I'm down by 1. So what can I do for 5 seconds?
But I'll still do that. I'll still play
You
game
still do
time.
that?
I still do.
You still do that?
I still do. When I play, I'll be like, if I'm practicing, I'll be like, oh, you know, like
5
seconds left.
5 seconds left. Countdown.
Yeah, I'll do that all the time.
Yeah, that was.
But it'd be even the smallest stories of Kobe where I'd hear like, I think it was Shaq said something like, Kobe, one time he went into the gym and it was dark and Kobe didn't even have a basketball, but he was like pretending to dribble and shoot like to get his form. I think
Really?
Kobe says it was made up, but like I still like I would try that. I'd be at the park with no ball, just like trying to pretend like I had a ball. Like I've done stuff like that.
Damn, man, that's you weirdo.
I'll be like, damn, let me donate to this guy. Man.
Yeah, let me get him a Spalding ball.
Spalding.
Let me get the Spalding ball real quick. I got this guy, dog.
I know it's hard out here, but damn.
I know it's hard here, but damn. Yeah, we're.
Hey, but we definitely just want to give condolences to the family.
Absolutely.
You know, not just to the Kobe Bryant's family, but to everybody that was affected by that, in the helicopter crash. Because I know it's hard for everybody. For real. And I mean, just we had to dedicate this episode to Kobe. Like it was just without a question. I know we usually talk about relationships and all that stuff, but like
and more joking matters.
Yeah, and we joke a lot, and I promise, the next episode we're gonna come out full swing. But I think this was just kind of a time for us to kind of, by the end of the day, this podcast is therapy.
Yeah.
So we just kind of had to let this out because I feel like I needed this.
Yeah.
So that's just kind of what I took away from all this. Is like I needed that, and I think just his death and like everyone that passed and that has motivated me to like try and be there for my friends and my family and like everything I do, just do it full force because tomorrow's never promised.
Yeah. My takeaway after seeing everything is just you don't want to let any stone left unturned. You don't want to you want to live life being having regrets. You don't want to like because it's short and you don't know when your time will come and no one knows. But you shouldn't like think that I'm holding a grudge and I'm just gonna keep it going and stuff. Because at the end of the day, like you holding a grudge is like you really care for that person. Because if you didn't care, you wouldn't hold a grudge like that.
Yeah.
And there's people who are in your life and you just sometimes you just gotta like take it for what it's worth. Push it and just have have good animosity towards everybody and just like everybody cares for you one way or another, and just like live life, love, and just have a good mama mentality, and just take every day for what it is and work hard, and hard work pays off, and perfect timing is an opportunity moment. So
yeah, man, I kind of agree with you. Just cherish every moment because you never know when it could be your last. And honestly, just looking back on Kobe's life, like he made being a father kind of look so dope, man.
It's kind of ill.
Especially all girls. Like I used to kind of fear that, but I don't know, kind of like I could see how he implemented it and kind of like okay, I could look forward to that when I get older. So that's kind of what I got from it.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, man. On that note, shout out to Kobe, R.I.P. All condolences. This one's for you, man. And I mean, one of my favorite artists, he came out with a song. Bad Bunny came out with 6 Rings, and straight up dedicating to Kobe Bryant the whole thing. So, that one up. But yeah, man.
Did I miss anything while I was gone?
Yeah, ay. A veces me pregunto si hago bien en respetar los mandamientos. ¿Y dónde estará Dios metido en estos momentos? Sé que la vida es corta como cuento, y en un abrir y cerrar se la lleva el viento. Aún recuerdo el primer juego tuyo que presencié. Mil emociones, muchas veces me pusiste de pie. Me enseñaste que todo en la vida se hace con pasión, y que para ganar hay que tener corazón. Nos enseñaste que el número 13 no es de mala suerte, y que los fracasos pueden hacernos más fuertes. Digan lo que quieran, para mí será el mejor.